All right, everyone, welcome to the beginning of something I wouldn't call new, but to us, myself, and my dear friends, student brother, my family, everything here, Mr. Jay Zeballos, and also his brother, Mike Zeballos. We have that idea to actually make it happen, a podcast. I never thought I would be doing that. And I will let Jay explain a little bit about what would be the name, how we're going to be calling that, and having so many people already line up to be part of that incredible journey. I want to make sure that everyone that comes in here will tell a nice story, will tell about their lives and their work and the way they see things. And I have a lot of questions, curiosity about so many people that I know. And we're going to share with all of you guys out there. Professor, friend, brother Jay Zeballos, thank you for you to be with me at this new journey in our lives. Please let everyone know what the title means to everyone out there, just to make sure we explain well.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's always an honor to be a part of these amazing projects that you put together. But yeah, after your Instagram Live series, you had a lot of inquiries for people wanting to catalog this and do more. So I have to give full credit to my brother Mike, but we talked about it, and the one thing that we've always admired and love about the art is our learning process here. We learn that the technique is just part of it. There's an underlying core value system to the art. So we thought, what better way of describing discussions that may include jiu-jitsu as the subject, or they may not, but jiu-jitsu will always be at the center, than no gi required. Like, you don't need a uniform to do jiu-jitsu. So for discussion, I think my brother just nailed it. It was perfect.
And that's funny because I went around asking people what are their thoughts about that title, and a lot of people like, oh, it's gonna be about no gi, and the gi people be very upset. I said, man, think about it, what I just said, no gi required. And even myself in the beginning was like trying to think exactly what is the meaning of, and exactly, I think we have people that are involved with jiu-jitsu and a lot of people that are not involved with jiu-jitsu, a lot of incredible people that do jiu-jitsu, a lot of incredible people that do not do jiu-jitsu yet. But I think it's definitely a lot of people that we're going to be talking to, they felt such a need or a joy to become part of this amazing world, this amazing style martial arts jiu-jitsu, which a lot of people that will come here talk to us are also have that in common. And a lot of people that we're going to be talking to is about a lot of other subjects, and probably we're going to be able to convince them to start doing some jiu-jitsu too, for sure.
For sure. It is interesting, the dynamic, and I think this is what gets people hooked, is you come in because you see the skin, you see the techniques, you see the training, you're kind of the visual appeals to you. But then when you really start training and you really start learning that there are things deeper going on, and all the affirmations, the perseverance, the persistence, the discipline, the kind of never give up mentality, and you see how the people here, we all kind of carry that off the mat. It transforms literally your life. You look at life different, and so that becomes almost even more powerful than the actual training.
It is something incredible. Then every day as we get older, we end up having more perception of that. Is in jiu-jitsu, people reveal themselves. It's very hard for them to be not real. By doing that, it helps us as an instructor to kind of fulfill some of the gaps that we see that will definitely improve that person's jiu-jitsu game. And hopefully, and the goal is to make that person feel a lot better about themselves, and a lot of little things that were just, and the beauty on that is they reveal themselves the way they are, and somehow with so many years doing that, the way I learn, I'm able to kind of feel some of the things with words, with often encouragement, with because I think when we say something good to someone, one little word, I change this person's whole day. I make this person change the way they're feeling. And the jiu-jitsu is an art that doesn't change people. I think it's improve and bring the best of that person on and off the mat. It's incredible, and I'm so blessed to have a chance to live my life on the mat and be able to see so many lives being improved in a way that a lot of the guys that never believed they could do something, and suddenly they become so successful in their life, in their journey, in their work, or their marriage, or anything that they put themselves into do, and they feel that they are capable to do. And that's one of the things jiu-jitsu do to a lot of people. Make them believe that anything you want to do is possible. All you need is the desire, the will to do it.
That's it, the belief and the work ethic. There's nothing, well, very few things, very few endeavors that are going to be more honest in how it reveals who you are. And it's your choice, provided you're surrounded by a good support system, to make those steps.
It is a very positive environment. Everyone that comes here that on the beginning they're a little shy, they're not familiar with, but in a very short time everybody becomes so well connected. You know, we have such a diversity of people from all backgrounds, all ages, all different countries, and you go like, man, everybody gets well along, and I think each one kind of fulfill, and it's a very, very intensive, like in a good way, learning process. Every class is learning. Maybe I learn a new word in English. Maybe I learn a new technique in jiu-jitsu. Maybe I learned something that I did not know, which one of the students are expert. And it's always a growth in every class. You see a growth in some areas of your life.
It's definitely fuel. It's just as essential as food and water. That's kind of the way I look at it.
And based on that idea, our goal is, in everyone that comes in our podcast, have a conversation, is I think people will be captured with some of the things they're going to hear from, the stories, their life achievements in so many things, and the difficulties. And the goal is that people that we related with will get it. You know what? I'm in that situation, and look what this person just did. I think I can do the same and even better. I want to make sure that everyone, when listen to everything we do here, takes something out and in a very positive way to improve yourself. And yes, and a lot of great people will be here with us, and I can't wait to actually start. And this is like unofficially our starting point. Then I'm very excited to be sharing every single conversation with my right arm, left arm, right leg partner, Jay Zeballos. And I think a lot of people they're ready. We have a conversation with. They're very anxious to sit on that place right in front of me and him. And very excited, Jay.
That'll be very nice. I'm just as excited of the fact that, yes, we're going to have some amazing, experts from the art, but I also like that we will have people from all walks of life, and sharing some insight and how the art has kind of helped them do what they do even better. And like you said, we'll all learn something. So I can't wait.
Man, and you guys out there, be aware that it's sooner than you can think. As they come up with that title, was Mike and Jay, and it's JeanJacquesMachado, no gi required. That means we're gonna have all sides of life sit on that chair over there and sharing with us and making us learn a lot more about life. And I think every day we should be learning something and feel that a growth, feel productive in every aspect of our life. And that's our goal, to make sure we pass you guys. Also going to have days that I have some very funny, very learning stories that happened in our growing up back in Brazil in the early days of my Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of stories with cousins, brothers, and situations that my students here have a great time listening to. And I'm looking forward to share that with everyone out there. As we're coming along, we already, some of the people that we spoke with, they heard about what we're going to do, and we already have people making some requests, people that they like to see sitting here with us. And I'll promise you I'll do the best that I can to make sure I'll bring all these people here, even if I have to go and wrestle them, choke them, armbar them, but I'll bring them here to have a conversation with us. And man, I'm very excited. I'm stepping in a new era in my life. Hopefully my English is good enough for everyone out there. I'm studying a lot to improve. And I make sure that if you do not understand anything that I'm saying, I have Jay here right next to me that he can jump in and say, hey, he just mean that, you know?
And I have my fair share of stories. I think this is the other thing that I really like. Our journey, you know, I've told a lot of the students, our students, that some of my best lessons have taken place at a coffee shop, at an airport terminal, or at a restaurant.
And just for everyone know that I know Jay for over 20 years. I mean, I remember when he walked into the school, and it's a lot of time that we spent together, and it's a lot of great moments that we have together, things that we learn, and from seminars that we travel around the country, around the world, and it's amazing. They'll be fun. They'll be fun. I wanna relive those moments, those stories with you, Jay.
It's gonna be great.
Stay tuned. We're gonna be in sooner than you think, already having our first, second, third, then we go on for, I would say, years to come, and make sure that we share the best people that we're going to be talking to, share amazing moments. We're going to be watching a lot of old videos from tournaments in early 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Some situations that happen in Brazil with some family members and friends over there that and also from my point of view, a lot of things that happened in the early days, my early days in Jiu-Jitsu life, the need of certain situations to happen to push Jiu-Jitsu to the level and the exposure that we have today. A lot of little things that happened and helped, and that was outside the Jiu-Jitsu schools, on the streets, that helped and shaped the way that made possible for all of us today to be part of that incredible style of martial arts. Looking for everyone, and we're gonna keep everyone posted on Professor Jay. It's my honor, great pleasure to have you here with me on board. Looking forward for us to share lots of our moments, lots of our views, and with our views and our guests' views of life, Jiu-Jitsu, and can't wait.
Sounds great. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. All of this is going to go on there, in addition to all the other outlets that we can get the podcast on. And we will take it a step further. We will do some YouTube Live, some direct interaction with Jean-Jacques. So that's something I'm very excited for. I think that's going to be really cool. So stay tuned.